Hi, I'm Pete Parker. I'm with Greek Ladders. We're a company that we created 3 years ago to connect employers with young professionals, specifically individuals who are currently attending a four-year university or those who have graduated. And we're especially our niche, what we're looking for are student leaders and specifically those involved with Greek life, fraternities or sororities, or quite honestly, any Greek letter organization, which includes social, school-related, or even honorary. And so what we try to do on a regular basis is bring employers to those candidates for career launching and career advancement opportunities. And today with us, we have Ashley Gaisley from Echo Global Logistics, who just signed up with us recently to target students primarily at Arizona State University, but quite honestly, we're happy to help Echo across our whole platform. So Ashley, welcome.
Thank you.
And why don't we just get started? And why don't you tell me a little bit about your collegiate background?
Yep. So I went to Michigan State University. I graduated in 2011, which feels like so long ago. But I went to Michigan State. I was a communications major, public relations minor. I'm not sure exactly why I got that, but felt I could use my credits in a good way by putting it towards a minor. But my communication major was great. They have a really great program at Michigan State for communications. I was also a part of Chi Omega sorority, so that was a really awesome experience. I felt like it taught me a ton about not only building relationships, but also getting involved in the community and really learning, wanting to network and be able to develop relationships with employers and things like that. So going through the whole recruiting process taught me a lot. Now that I am in human resources and HR, it's really beneficial that I was a part of that process.
Perfect. And one of the main reasons we target Greeks is because of what you went through. You were part of committees, you were exec, you were involved on campus, whatever it was, but you acquired and learned and practiced skills that are directly applicable in the workplace.
Absolutely. And I actually, I went to a career fair at Michigan State, and that's how I found the position with Echo. So I've been with Echo since I graduated, and it was actually a old sorority sister who I ran into at the career fair who was working at Echo. And that's kind of how I really got to know about the company and really get networked in. So it was a really great experience and really paid off there too.
Perfect. So why don't you tell me a little bit about Echo Global and what it is, what it does?
Yeah, so we are a third-party logistics company. We're headquartered in Chicago, Illinois, and we were founded in 2005. So I'm not sure if you're too familiar with what a 3PL is, but we don't have any of our own trucks or any of our own products. So what we really do is help to facilitate the movement of goods for our customers through the different carrier networks that we have. So we offer freight brokerage and managed transportation solutions for all different modes of transportation. So truckload, partials, expedited, less than truckload, a little bit of everything. And our motto is really taking the complicated out of it for our clients. So we work with those clients, we develop relationships, we help them get their freight from point A to point B. Then on the other side of the business is our carrier sales side. Our carrier sales department focuses on building the relationships with the actual carriers, so the ones that are in the trucks, driving the trucks. So we build relationships on that side, helping the clients get their products from A to B.
Perfect. Where's Echo located?
We're in Chicago, Illinois, and then we have about 30 other locations across the country. We do have an office in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is one of the reasons why we are targeting ASU students. So we have about 100 representatives in our Scottsdale office, which was founded in 2011 through an acquisition. So they've been with us for quite some time now. About 100, I think we're a little bit closer to 95 employees there, which is in Old Town Scottsdale. So really, really great location. We do have 3 carrier sales teams, 4 operations teams, 1 client sales team, and then an accounting team. So we have a really great office, a really great group out there.
Perfect. So I've been through your website a bunch, up and down, and I noticed it looks like a lot of fun. And the videos you sent me, which are on our website right now, make the atmosphere look fun. Can you tell me a little bit more about the corporate culture?
Yeah, so we have a really great work environment. Being a part of the logistics industry isn't easy. It's a tough job. The trucks are always moving. The clients are always, demanding and needing their freight to get from A to B. So it's not an easy job, and that's why we like to have a fun culture. You're coming in, working a long workday, grinding it out, and we want to reward reps for that. So we do a lot of fun stuff inside of the office, different, sales competitions. So it's really great for someone that's competitive. So sales competitions, different types of events. We do March Madness type stuff, around that time of year. And then we also do a lot of stuff outside the office. So volunteer activities. I am sports teams, so we do sports teams, many different things like that, even getting involved with other local businesses.
Well, especially the Scottsdale office, the weather is perfect for year-end activities, so I can imagine it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's one of our larger offices. So, all of our offices are great. We do like to mimic the corporate environment. So really cool office, very high energy in there. Like I said, it's a very, it's a tough job. It's a long work day, but we do like to reward our reps for that. So giving them, having the freedom to, be energetic, and, it's very fast paced. The industry in general is very fast paced. So a lot of, on the phones, up and down, talking with amongst your teammates and your managers and things like that. So really great work environment. And like I said, our Scottsdale office is in a great location.
Sweet. Okay, so what's your role?
Me?
Yeah, what do you do?
So I'm a sales recruiting supervisor. So I manage all of these sales recruiting efforts at Echo. I've been in this role for about a year now. I started as a sales recruiter. So I was recruiting, and now I'm managing a couple of recruiters. So I help to, all from the, campus events that we do to the relationships we build with, companies like yourself. I kind of help to manage all that as well.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys are hiring always. What are you guys looking for in new hires?
Yeah, so we're hiring almost always. We have new training classes beginning in most of our locations almost every month. And what we're really looking for, like I said, it's a fast-paced role. So someone that is hardworking, ability to multitask, goal-oriented, energetic, self-motivated. Sales experience is great. A sales internship or even retail experience, but not necessary. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Really looking for someone that has that energy and that drive and really that grit, to be a part of this industry. Like I said, it's very fast-paced and high energy, but it's a really great industry to be a part of. It is essentially, if you think about it, recession proof. It's never going away. We're always going to have to get products on the shelves and help facilitate that portion of it.
Perfect. And I can imagine you guys try to keep it fresh with the atmosphere and all that. So if I wanted to move up in the chain or move to another area, I can do that, or another location even.
Absolutely, yeah. So what's great about Echo is we don't really have, a set career path, and that's what really attracted me to the company. We are a growing organization. We've been growing leaps and bounds over the past, 10 years that we've been around. So lots of different opportunities. As a sales representative, opportunities to move up into maybe like a higher level sales, executive, having a larger book of business or book of carriers that you're working with, moving more towards maybe even an operational role, or even into a management type of role. Like I said, with all the hiring that we're doing, we are going to need managers to help to manage these reps we have coming in. So lots of opportunity to develop into like a management role, and other roles within the company in different locations as well.
Perfect. All right. So we've talked about a few roles offline. Can you tell me about the positions you're looking for right now?
Yeah, so right now the main position we are hiring for in our Scottsdale location is the carrier sales representative role. So that, like I mentioned, is dealing with the carriers and really the driver side of the business. So, it's actually the trucks that transport the goods. So our carrier reps are really tasked with, really sourcing and procuring the carrier services to move the freight. Really the top priority is making sure, the trucks pick up on time, deliver on time, making sure that all of that is really smooth for our customers. So you're building and maintaining those relationships with the carriers. So it's a lot of negotiation as a carrier rep. You're talking to one carrier on one line, talking to another carrier on the next line. It's a lot of negotiation, really trying to secure the best rate. So it can be a really fun role, especially for someone that loves that negotiation and that fast-paced energy that's required of, being on the phones and building relationships at the same time.
Perfect. How do I get adjusted if I'm the candidate and I get hired? Do you have a training program or anything?
Yeah, we do. We have a really great training program. The first 2 weeks are Transportation 101. So you're going through really learning, what a full truckload is. We set up our training program to teach someone that maybe does come from the industry or someone that's not from the industry. So, really great training program. First 2 weeks, like I said, Transportation 101 sets you up to learn what a full truckload is, what less than truckload means, how the dimensions of a truck, all those basic things you need to know. And then moving into learning more about Echo, how we were built, our different processes and models, and in the way that we have our accounts set up and our systems and things like that. So after the first 2 weeks of Transportation 101, you would go to a specific training program depending upon which role you're in. So for the carrier sales role, you would move into more of like a hot pod type of training role. So kind of like a mentorship. And that's where you're going to be, on the phone, talking to carriers, dispatching, learning the basics of the role, learning the lingo, learning the market, and then you're kind of going to be set free on your own. We do have the hand holding along the way though. So the managers are really great with assisting, throughout that. I'd say that after the first 2 weeks, it's about 4 to 6 months of technically kind of being in that, safe learning environment, and then you're really set out on your own. But it's really great because you are getting on the phones, you are making live dials, you are dispatching and talking to carriers. So you're getting that firsthand experience, right off the bat, with some hand holding though, so you're not totally thrown into the wolves.
Right, but it looks like, I'll have guidance, but then you won't be micromanaging me to the point where I can't be free, autonomous to a point, almost like a mini business owner.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's really up to you as a sales rep. You're building your book of business, you're building your network of carriers. So, not only are you doing your day-to-day work, but you're building these relationships with these carriers. So they are always coming to you when they have, trucks going out, because they know that, Ashley or, Pete are going to be their go-to rep, because they know the truck's going to get picked up and we're going to get them the best rate and all that. So it is very focused on, building up that relationship, as well as, the day-to-day in and out of the tracking and tracing and learning the market and dealing with different problems that come up, because in this industry, it can be crazy. There's a lot going on, but that's what makes it really exciting. I would say really no day is ever the same.
Perfect. All right. How do I apply?
Yeah, so we have a website, echo.com/career, so you can apply there. We also have postings on a lot of the job boards. So ASU, we do have a posting there. We were recently at the career fair as well. So, happy to, I can give out my email if anyone would like to send in resumes that way. But we do have our website you can apply through, as well as some of the career services pages. And I know through Greek Ladders, we have our job posted as well.
Yep, they can post to our site. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but if an individual applies, because we have the link directly to your site, they can click on a button on our site and we'll give them like a professional recommendation. So I'll call you up and say, hey, this guy is, or a girl is super interested. Here's a little bit about him or her. Hey, can you give them a leg up?
Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect.
Okay. What else can you tell me before we wrap up?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, because of our growth, we're pretty much always hiring. It's been a really fun, I guess I've been here for 5 years. 5 years really watching the company grow and develop into all of our offices. So I know we're kind of on the same, the same track right now. We recently did a really awesome acquisition of Command Transportation, which is another, big player in the market. So we've kind of come to being, the best in the business just got better kind of motto. So a lot of exciting things to come with that acquisition. Really great time to get in with the company, like I said, as we continue to grow. It's a really fun work environment, and there's lots of opportunities, not only in Scottsdale, but many other locations as well.
Perfect. I was just going to ask, if I'm not an ASU student or living in the state of Arizona, can I still send you my resume or anything for other locations?
Absolutely, yep. And how our process works is we do resume reviews, and then we would have you set up to talk, just do a quick phone review with one of our regional recruiters, depending upon which region you were interested in. After the phone review, if all went well there, we would pass on to an in-office interview. So then we would require you to possibly go into the office where you want to work, or we could run some interviews through our Scottsdale location as well.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Awesome. This was great. I appreciate it. I know we're going to talk more as time goes on, maybe with some of the sales leaders or other managers, but this is great. I really appreciate it. And this will be good information for those students.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to talking with some of the students soon.
Perfect. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye.